Had it for one person? Thank you. Right, so just got entry into this Roman ruins. It's taken an eternity to find because of the fencing around it. But let's just have a look at what we have here, because I was on the hunt for communist era Soviet buildings, but then all of a sudden I found these Roman ruins, which is a bit of a find really. You can't get more of a contrast really. Soviet era buildings and Roman ruins such as these. You know, in some of the areas you can see that they've bricked some of this up just to hold it in place, but I mean, imagine what this was like back in its prime, where you've got guys like this with their robes on going in to get their bath. Imagine what this was like a couple of thousand years ago. They've got a illustration of what it looked like back then, and this is impressive. An impressive find, I must say. It's totally come out of the blue, because everything here in the area that I was in seemed to resemble the more Soviet era buildings, and all of a sudden there's this. Wow. And it only cost 3 lev to get in as well, which is really cheap. That's just over £1 really, which is nothing. And I'm quite amazed that this is here. I mean, I've been to Rome and seen a lot of the Roman ruins there, and it's impressive to find something like that in Bulgaria. Amazing. This is actually in the heart of the city as well. It's not that far from the coast, the harbour, where the main restaurants are, on the beach. It's probably about 10-minute walking distance from there. It's located quite inside the city as well, so it's not something that you'd find on the outskirts where all the restaurants and bars and stuff are. It's really in the centre location. Another image over here showing what it looked like back in the day, back when the Romans ran this place. I mean, you can see one of those Roman guards, or Roman whatever they're called, but you see like a bath in the middle, changing areas around it. So it's probably a bath in this location somewhere here. But it's impressive how they've managed to keep some of these intact, because you can see the red bricks over here where they've managed to hold things in place. Otherwise probably all of this would have collapsed. You even see that in the Colosseum as well, actually, where they're holding some of it into place. It's impressive. Impressive structure in the city. So you can see the new bricks over here, and then you've got the original structures just there. There's another walkway going down towards here. You've got a lot of pillars over here. A lot of these structures are still intact. And there's some, I can see some stone with writing on there. Let's have a look what this is. Yes, it's in writing that I don't understand. What does it say? Akian. Not quite sure what this inscription means, but it's impressive that this something here. What I find this is, it's what happens when you're on the prowl for buildings that were made about 50, 60, 70 years ago, and all of a sudden you come into stuff made thousands of years ago. Look at this. More illustrations over here. It says shops, so there's probably shops associated with this as well, probably on the outer perimeter, and then you get into the bath area. Now you've got prefabricated buildings up there, but it is interesting, I've got to say. What a unique structure. And the good thing is, what they've done is they've managed to put canopies there, staircases in there, so you can navigate your way around. It's actually not too difficult to walk around here. Actually, I might jump through here. Oh. So, and they've got steps. Actually, I've just seen an image of what the whole structure looked like. Let's try and see what it was. Got to navigate your way around here. So this is what it looked like in its prime. So you got the entrance there, shops, another entrance, and then you've got what were the baths over here. So this is what it looked like, the Roman thermae of Odessos, the 4th largest public bath in Europe. That's what it looked like. Well, that certainly caught me off guard, because I was on the prowl for looking for Soviet buildings, which, to be honest, they're everywhere. You can't miss them. But then I found this and I thought, I've got to capture this. And it's been a brilliant experience around it. So I'm going to explore some more with the camera off. So from the 4th largest public bath in Europe, the Roman thermae of Odessos, it's a goodbye.